Hi, my name is Kuonal Lakhapati, and I'm the co-founder of UpNourish. So, UpNourish is India's first D2C brand, which is focusing on meat replacement category as a segment, and we aspire to become the market leaders in this particular category. And also now talking about the whole customer centric approach. I think primarily what D2C brands have done, to the traditional market is that. They're now competing with the largest FMCG brands, for example. A lot of D2C brands have come up, which are now competing with all large traditional players. That's primarily because of the customer-centric approach. What has happened is, there was a big gap in the market where there was a trust factor, which lagged with the primary approach or the traditional companies. Which the gap is now being fulfilled by the D2C brands. Now, when you talk about customer-centric approach, it's that ease, it's the trust that a customer has towards a brand. So while building our brand in the whole D2C space, we put customer first, right? I mean, the need was that a customer should be so comfortable in coming and trying our products. If they don't want to like, they won't try it. I mean, they can return it. They can read everything about it. Complete transparency, of a very transparent return and refund policies, cash on deliveries, uh, also understanding a particular customer behavior. I mean, we could definitely have a lot more data while building a D2C approach, and the D2C brand, where we knew who orders which customer likes what. If somebody is coming back and ordering more products, how could we incentivize them so that they get the benefit of purchasing a particular product again and again. How we could also bundle up certain products with some other products, which gives or adds more value to a customer. So, I mean, all of these factors put in together really helped our particular brand to establish that trust with a customer. And also, I think it's very important for any D2C brand to be available to their customers 24/7. It's important. Your customer can really reach out to you at any point of time. May have a lot of questions, about your product, about your service, about your policies. I think it's the duty of a company who's trying to build a D2C brand to be available and keep that transparency level with the customers to build that trust. So I think these are the major areas, around customer centric approach, which had to be addressed, and which we did in our own way. We also ensured that our delivery SLAs were at par with the best in the industry, so that the customer really gets access to that. Once he orders, he really gets that product at the doorstep in the minimum amount of time. Talking about customer behavior, I think it's the one of the most important aspects, and quite a few brands sometimes don't emphasize too much on it. I think it's very crucial to hear what your customers are saying. For example, while we were building our brand, we initially just launched with a few flavors of meal replacement smoothies, to say, and we started collecting some feedbacks. We started hearing what our customers want actually, and then we realized that maybe a couple of flavors were required. So we went on to add them. We saw how it translated into sales. And we once we did that, of course we kept on understanding how our demand is changing as per the season, as per what the month of the year, as per the weather, a lot of such factors, as per the customer persona. We were understanding all of these things. We were listening to all our customers had to say. Our major category as a product were meal replacement smoothies and meal replacement soup. So they had to be like, it was liquid, liquid form. But customers went and said, we also want something to eat. While we are in the, it's the evening time, and or maybe in the night. And we heard our customers. We took a lot of feedback. We did a lot of testing, and then we launched the meal replacement bars, which is one of its own category in India. So I think the customer behavior is constantly going to change. The customer demand is constantly going to change, and it's really important that how do you read your customers. And talking a little more about how the customer behavior is changing, especially post pandemic. I think a lot of people are now, are at least in the wellness industry, a lot of people are now more aware about what products they're buying. They've started reading labels. They've started researching about these products. So all in all, there's more awareness. During the pandemic, we saw the changes were so quick. Suddenly things were changing. We were moving. We were adapting to a very different lifestyle. Now that the things are again opening up, again things are going back to normal. But with our learnings of whatever has gone in the past 2 years. What I feel is that the challenge that most of the D2C brands are going to face or could be facing also at this point of time is how quickly can you adapt to the your supply chain. How quickly can you adapt to the changing requirements. So creating that whole infrastructure, uh, that's very important, which can adapt. I think that's going to be a very crucial aspect. How quickly can you bring down an SKU? How quickly can you introduce a new SKU? For example, again, like a lot more people are, like, at least in our real scenario nowadays, a lot of people are asking us that we are buying meal replacement products from your brand. We are buying nutribars from your brand. Can you also bring in with some sort of vitamins? So I mean, how quickly can we do that? I think that's the key. And if something is not working, then how quickly can we take it off the shelf? I think that's going to be a key for our sort of business, in our sort of business, and our sort of brand. But with the D2C, I think you're directly going to the customer via the digital channel. So, of course, the reliance for any D2C brand has to be a very high on performance marketing. How are you creating your ads? How are you selecting your target audience? I mean, we've kind of done a lot of experiment with that. We by choosing the right set of audience that we want to display our ads to, who those customers will be, what is going to be their interest areas, and of course choosing the right platform, like through Instagram, through Facebook. So that's going to be one key aspect regarding marketing any D2C brand. Along with that, I think there are a lot of other approaches that have worked for us. At least it's also being available on different marketplaces. That really helps for a brand in the whole brand discovery phase. That a lot of customers are aware about you. Where are you, and also brings in a lot of trust that if your products are available across different marketplaces, different channels, I think that trust build factor, that the time to build trust is then reduced. Um, and also along with that, I think a lot of B2B associations have helped us try, for example, tying up with gyms, tying up with some health centers, products, getting attached to such places has also helped us in the whole discovery phase. Um, Also, a lot of new mechanisms like the whole Instagram influencers, right, choosing the right sort of people who pass out the genuine messages to their audience, and trying to put a product across through them also has really helped. So there are a few strategies that we've worked on, which has at least worked out for us to market our products to the right audience through the whole D2C channel. Yeah.